Hello everyone, welcome to Napoleonic Wars, an event organised and hosted by the 19th Regiment of Foot. And look at this, we have Russians against the French. Now down here getting set up the 19th, look at that. Second Lieutenant Jakim. Who are these fine fellows? Oh, it's the Vale Guard. I may have pronounced that right, but there is Marechal Bessieres. And there is Colonel LePage. And that fine doorstop heads. Look at these guys, set for maybe Gleno de la Vega. But never mind. Aside from that, always a pleasure to see the well-drilled, meticulous Vale Guard. So, I hear cannonballs whistling through the air already. Literally, I think they may be VG seeking cannonballs. I don't know, but we'll have to wait and see how that turns out. Anyway, the 65Y. Look at these fine, handsome fellows waiting for the off, supported by the lights of the 65th as well. There's Recruit Hallahan, and they're getting themselves sorted out. So let's see what's going on over here now. There's a commanding officer, Colonel Ryan, checking through the spyglass. Good heavens, look at that nose. That's a battle nozzle to be proud of. As there's Captain Valiant, taken down from the 23E. You can see him checking out the battlefield here. And here, from the 9th York, it's Major Jaska. Now you can see these guys on the cannons. Here, from the 8th Artillery. And you've got Grenadier Matt Lewis in there as well from the 10th. I presume it's the 10th. The 10th 8th Artillery. And you've got other people down here. Gentleman who seems to be slightly AFK, but look at this setup. And of course, we were going to watch, see who our engineering expert is for the day. See if we can find him. Here he is. Ho, Nelly! Cannonballs to the left of them, cannonballs to the right of them. And here is Brutzvente from the NR13. And because they've got those leather aprons on, they always run along like they've just sort of, you know, done a fart and follow through just a little bit too much. Anyway, here is Private Houdini of the 75th. And his colleague waiting. And, of course, our old friend, the two-dimensional bird, smiles on this battle as always. The ever-watchful friend that is the two-dimensional bird. I really hope in new games coming up that are Napoleonic War-based we have two-dimensional birds. Otherwise, I'll be upset. And here is the 19th, and there's Joachim. And, of course, the Vale Guard waiting patiently. Oh, dear, we've lost Legue. He is no more. Slightly gooey. So, let's see if we can find out what's going on. Because at the moment, look at this. The NR13, Robin Kaitar. And kill into the 65Y. Lovely stuff indeed coming down from Lady Kim. So, you can see these guys coming under a bit of fire. And they are returning Locanos and Jacobus working together. Look at this. Colonel Norwegian of the 19th Hussars. Doesn't he look handsome? And the other members. And, of course, the flag holder. Lance Corporal of Horse, Mr. Sharkey. And the Horn Master. Trooper Smile. Who's now stopped using his horn. Which, you know, makes sense, really, under the circumstances. Use it too much, you're just going to wear it out. And that's just... Oh, my goodness, it's General McWaffles of the 19th. You fear the McWaffles, ladies and gentlemen. And Recruit Kevin and the 65Y now moving up under the command of Lance Corporal Stoltov. Oh, he's just taken a bullet. He's got to hide behind the lads, try and see if he can at least move around, not take so much damage. That's going to be a problem, and it looks like they're going up against this light contingent here from the 23 PP. There's Pateros and Volturn And Ivan, oh dear, looks like they've just lost Trion. Or Tyrion, I should say. He's been taken down, so they've had a few casualties. But the spread out nature of the lights means they've got a little bit of an advantage. They don't have to stand in a line as the standard line troops do. And we've lost Houdini off the server. To be fair, he was having a bit of a bad day with a 300 plus ping. But, you know, these things happen. Look at this here. More of the Vanguard. You can see them moving in closer. There's De La Vega moving in. And now they're charging, pushing the advantage onto the 65Y. And, oh, cannonballs rattling in through past these guys. Looks like we've lost De La Vega and Dubois. Very unfortunate. And it looks like, as also you can see there, Julien Dortier, or Dorier, I should say, we've also lost from the VG. And we're looking at Durier Louis fighting for his life. Look at that. And their teammate of his goes down. And no, we've lost him as well. Leo. And here he is, the Colonel himself. Will the commentator's curse do the damage? It will. Sorry, Colonel Lepage. But we're now looking at Jacquelot, Artillery Sergeant of the Vanguard. And who else is left? There's Philippe, Grenadier of the Vanguard. So, the 23 PP moving out. And now... oh dear, another one dies. As we've got here, 65Y, all that's left really of the 65Y. There's Fabian. Now's not the time to go AFK. Well, it doesn't matter anyway, because he's now almost certainly away from his keyboard. Look at this, the Hussars come slicing in. And there you can see the 19th Hussars, Trooper Bluck, has lost his Hoss. But he's not alone. Also, Mr. Sharkey has also... minus Horsey. You can hear the shots being hit into the horse here. And the flag's being placed down by Bellycloth. Look at this. Who are they up against? It's these fine fellows here from the 19th. Raining down the fire onto the French opponents from the 75th. Captain Talon running in, supporting his team. Lance Corporal Jack. Oh, down goes Lance Corporal Jack. Sliced across the back by Corporal Bilbo. And there he is. Sorry, Cadet Bilbo. I promoted him. Sorry. Fine slicing coming in from him. Doing a number. There's Grenadier Pancake fighting for his life. And he unfortunately gets well cooked. He is no more. So. Cannonballs. You can just hear the reports of the cannonballs dropping all over the place. Oh dear. And more murdering occur as the 19th Hussars now working together with the 19th. Let's see. Here is the 23 PP going after the French artillery section. And you can see Janders going in with a rather short sword. Maybe a toothpick, difficult to tell. And Grenadier Lionel K, or Linear K. Ouch! Down goes Ivan. But fortunately, the revenge from Popowitz was on hand. Oh, here comes the defensive stance of the artillery. Oh, God, they're out for attack as Pitterus is going in. And they're literally trying to get the artillery out of their horseshoe-shaped defensive position. And it's going to be a hard fight as Colonel Skitty from the 9th York, maybe the only one left. You have to see, oh, a slice across the back from Goldie into Voltas. And they're just clearing out. They've come out of their hidey place. And there with Major Atterick, the Sergeant of the 8th Artillery. They have won that day and can then return to the artillery positions and continue the fire. Meanwhile, oh, look at this. Mon fighting against Tomek from the 23 PP. Kneels down just to try and get a nasty stab underneath his enemy's musket. May not succeed there. Down goes Corporal Ivan of the 19th. And Tomek, look at that, a fine turn and a block as well. Oh, Tomek gets hit once with the bayonet. That's going to be a nasty situation. He returns the favour into his enemy. Tomek now fighting for survival here. Reinforcements up on the hill. But reinforcements coming in behind as well for Tomek. And oh, Tomek! Oh, no! Oh, Tomek, worst luck ever in the history of the universe. Oh, Tomek, you were doing so well. And it was taken from you by an evil cannoneer. So, Major Jasker currently fighting with a Johnson's baby bud. Correction, not anymore as you get stabbed by Private Alex. And now you can see here. Oh, here's the artillery Fort Derp of the French. Lance Corporal Leleli. And you can see, look at this, fighting through Mr. Sharkey. Lance Corporal of Horse. Oh, look at that, a fine slice with that cavalry sabre into the enemy. See the blood dripping down that sabre brutally. Look at that, that's horrible stuff, isn't it? And he's pretty bloodied up at the moment, but he's fighting and he's getting some nice slices in there. But he's got to watch out to make sure he doesn't get attacked from behind. Look at this. Can he go in? Oh, look at that fine block and a turn and a slice into an enemy and a slice across the face into Pugnator 7, sorry. And another kill by Sharkey. Oh, wow, look at that. 5-0 so far for Lance Corporal of Horse, Mr. Sharkey from the 19th Hussars. And now he's determined to get his quarry. Look at this. He will not be denied. And look, they're literally going to be round and round this. Just, oh dear. Right. His enemy comes. It's Colonel Skitty from the 9th York. Going after the last man standing. And there we go. Sharkey survived that bullet shot. And a nice slice. And another one. Oh, wow. Oh, the bullets are literally... Oh, Yoda taken down. Saw that coming. He did not. And Sharkey now surviving as best he can. Look at the blood on that sabre. So much enemy blood. And this is just epic, epic fighting from Mr. Sharkey. A 3-man. Oh, and he's stabbed in the back by Colonel Skitty. Oh, dear. What a fine moment. A fine moment and a great attack for that Sharkey. Look at that. 6-1. So, Gardiago, I should say. Well, precisely. And Lance Corporal Lee. And over on the side, there's Colonel Skitty. So, let's see. Numbers 3 versus 10. So the Russians definitely have the advantage. And here, Soup Lieutenant Karma. No soup for you, ladies and gentlemen. So he has Soup and Karma on his side. Oh, he gets a rifle butt in the face, but returns into Jargo with a fine sword swipe in the midriff. Lovely stuff indeed. And now, the remaining Frenchman. Oh, he's fighting for his life, and he's murdered. Down he goes. And we move on to the next round. And we have returned round number 2. And it looks like they're just going to reset, get rid of one of the cannons. And resetting of the map. And of course the usual team killing. It always happens, and here we are at the French spawn. So, there of course the standard ride along. There's Miché. There we go. I love it. I still think that's great. So, let's see. Goldie is the engineer. There we go, the ramparts. And the defence is being put in position for the French artillery already. Look at this. Aggressive engineering, we heartily approve. So probably going to place another rampart over on one side, just to provide a little bit of extra cover. Fine engineering work, we heartily approve. Kind of makes you wonder how they made that sound effect, what they were doing precisely, how they were digging. Wow, okay. And over here on the other side, another engineer hard at work. It's Yoda. So you can see him, more aggressive engineering. And here, there's Major Jaska and Jargo. And they've managed to get their horses tangled up. That's never a great thing. And Lance Corporal Lee. So, let's... Oh dear! Someone's just been fired from the artillery team. Never mind. Seems somebody was trolling. And here, the Vale Guard in a double line, making their way into the battle. Led by Marechal Bessières. Now, that could be Marshall. I'm not up to speed on my French, I'm afraid. I apologise to the VG. Oh, it doesn't matter. Because the commentators and cameras curse has struck again, taking him down. Poor man. And it looks like, oh, they've lost Lepage as well. Oh, this is not good news for the VG. And the VG coming under sustained pressure from the 19th. And look at this, they're falling left, right and centre. This is a bad situation for the Vale Guard. And here is Jan Joseph trying to defend himself. Gets hit once, gets murdered. And over here, Alexandre is defending himself as best he can. And he's got to watch out, because you've also got Second Lieutenant Joachim in there as well. And down goes Alexandre, and Philippe also finished off. An unceremonious end there to the Vale Guard. They are almost no more. Down goes Jacquelot. Never mind. We'll have to wait and see what happens next. As you can see, the French literally just clearing up the remaining survivors on the battlefield. That's Colonel Fraser of the 75th, currently looking very bloodied as a result of his recent murderization session with his team and his regiment. And then you've obviously got the 65Y with Woollito and Walter and friends all over there on one side. Oh dear, Recruit Kaiknos currently appears to be AFK. His teammate, possibly less so. So, Leo from the 65Y. And it looks like Ninja Cow has managed to kill Trooper Smile, so he won't be smiling about that. But anyway, the 106th RS. Look at these guys. Oh, the dodge! Fine dodging there, coming in there. Invitational name. And there's Private Keegan. And here is Colonel African. A fine beardage on the gentleman. As it looks like, oh, the colonels of, or the corporals of horse from the 19th Hussars are taking out the artillery section. And now this is going to be a nasty situation. The 106th decide to pull back, supported by the 65Y. There's Recruit Kevin on the far right-hand side. And that's going to be an opportunity for them to at least fight back a little bit. The 19th Rifles, there's Recruit Beaufort. And Sergeant Wren. And Recruit the Hussar. So these guys trying to fire back as much as they can. Force these lights to flee. It looks like has put them to flight. And we shall see what happens next as waiting patiently It's Zelki and the 75th. For anybody who appears to come over the hill. And down goes members of the NR13. Oh dear, cannonballs coming in from Dubuque and Pleb as well. Oh goodness, what's going on here? There's a man being very ninja-like. Hello. Volton from the 23 PP, currently engaging his inner tree, or inner bush. So he's well disguised and will be difficult to find. And as you can see, he looks to be doing some secret work behind enemy lines. And Sergeant Wren does not appear to have noticed him. And it's an ambush. He jumped out of the bush, took a pot shot, and now they're after him. So Volton is choosing it now in the opposite direction with Yurman shooting him down. A fine shot by Yurman, killing off the infiltrator very quickly. As Colonel Fraser of the 75th manages to dodge cannonballs which bounce over his head. Look at the bodies on the battlefield here. Brutal, brutal stuff going on. The 75th, what remains of the 75th, still moving out. Down goes Colonel African. Team killed by Private Keegan. That's not going to go down well. And now you can see numbers looking at 20 versus 27. So the French have the advantage only by about 7 people at the moment. So it may not last the same. It may not last as long as they think. We'll just have to wait and see how it turns out. So let's go and have a look. Here's Private Keegan. And here's Jarl from the 23 PP. And here is the artillery section of the Russian army. Good God, that man's face. Look at that. It looks like he got stuck in a lift. And there's Lady Kim. Doesn't she look lovely, even though she has no hair? And here is Cadet Pleb. Doing his work, doing his duty. Taking pot shots at the enemy. And a nice double kill into the NR13 from Plebby. So fine shooting from Monsieur Pleb. There's Cadet Solix, sorry. And there we go. It's time for an all charge, ladies and gentlemen. There's Volton, the infiltrator. Looks like... Oh, correction, not the infiltrator. He was murdered. You can see these guys making their way out. There's Belgish from the 22nd. And here is the battle. Oh, Blackwood defending himself with the Russian flag. And look at this fine work being done. And reinforcements come in to push him back now with a slice and a dice and a little bit of pain. Down he goes. Here is Lewis moving in against the French. But you've also got the 106th RS, including invitational name. Looking to see if they can outflank the position of the Russians. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. We'll have to wait and see. There's Blackwood defending himself. Wren as well. Down here in the corner, Walter of the 65Y now has multiple Russians after him, including the Soup Lieutenant himself from the 22nd. And a slice and a dice coming in from the Soup Man himself. Fine soup work from Karma. And here, down goes Keegan, stabbed in the posterior. Fighting his way backwards. It's invitational name from the 106th. Oh, it's going to look nasty. And he gets a rifle butt to the bonce. He is no more. So, 9 versus 2. 2 Frenchmen remain. So, let's look into the battlefield. See if we can find where those slippery little sods are. Well, here they are. There's Dark Rizra and York Guard Jargo. Look at that. His attack's being blocked at the moment, but these two guys trying to stay together as best they can. Jargo, there we go. These two guys are jostling for positions. But currently running backwards, and there we go. They've dived in for that all-important attack. And that was the end of Jargo and Rissa. And a nice team kill into Sergeant Major Wall. That's the end of that round, and we move on to the next one. And so, after some swapping around and the random jiggery pokery that always occurs in a line battle, here we are again. So, this will be the last round, ladies and gentlemen. As there is the 8th Artillery with a few, there we go, people catching a lift. Nearly making it. I won't even ask what's going on under there. Maybe he's a veterinary surgeon, I have no idea. The mind boggles either way. And now he's getting in the way of the horse reversing. Oh, I hear cannonballs. And there we go, deployed and ready to go. Ecombre. And there, Maya from the 8th Artillery, or Meister, sorry, doing his engineering. And there's a little bit of rifle butt action going on over there. And Jargo. And there's Yoda on the horse. So you can see the cannonballs whistling past already. These guys don't hang around. Here is LeBlanc from the 8th Artillery. Captain Valiant doing his fine engineering work over here by the French artillery. And let's get an idea of what's going on there, of course, the Lieutenant of Soup. As the cannonballs bounce around the place, and whoa, ahoy there, we have a sailor, gun scrub bones apart, of the 22nd. And there's Darklin also setting up the fort for the defensive position of the artillery, and there you can see our friend Two-Dimensional Bird overwatching the French artillery position. Let's go and see what's going on over here with the members of the 65Y. And look at this Kadaku. And there's Rifles Christ. Christ! Let's see if he gets crucified. Yep, pretty much. The timing could not have been better for that, I have to say. Poor old Christ. Never mind. As Ninja Cow is still in there as a member of the 19th Hussars. Down goes his horse. Is he going to defend himself? He does. His attacker got barged to the floor. But Ninja Cow was not ninja enough to prevent his murder. And so the French seem to have won that particular battle. Looking over the hill, you can see, there we go, the 23 PP. Now reforming their ranks, getting everybody back together, a little bit of reorganisation. Although possibly less so for Alejandro, the Vault Lord. Never mind. So, let's see what's going on as we look around. Oh goodness, it's the artillery. This is what happens when you get people with a lot of spare time. Never mind. Oh, look at that. Doesn't she look lovely? Determined look on her face. Some fine engineering work from that young lady. As Belgisch continues. And here is Schwerin for the Russians. Look at them, Schwerin and Oberst Faser working together. And here is Colonel African of the 106th RS. With Keegan. I was about to say with Keegan, but it seems they decided to change their mind. So African and invitational name moving back to safer position. And here is Grenadier Pancake And Talon and the 75th. Holding the flag is Dickisos. Or Dickiso. So, let's get an idea of what's going on. As there is Joachim. Also Ivan supporting him. As the Cannonballs take down Sapper Goodman. On the 29th. And also Cannonballs taking down poor old gun scrub Bones Apart. And this man of soup himself, Karma. So here you can see the defensive positions of the artillery. Shooting back at the enemy. Who is this enemy who is moving up on their position? It's Major Trinipol. Correction, it's ex-Major Trinipol. And of course the standard quick teabag as they run past his corpse. So leading up is Dickiso. You can see him dodging around as best he can with, of course, the Imperial Eagle at the top of that tricolor. Places it down. And he's looking to try and dodge the fire coming in from that partisan member with fine earrings. And the cannonballs continue to rattle. As down goes Lance Corporal of Horse, Mr. Sharkey. And unfortunately, Pancake was killed by Talon with a quick punch. Now, let's see if we can find... What's this? It's the 19th Hussars. Trooper Smile. Blocking, gets hit by one sword slice. He's got to watch out. He goes in for that long distance stab with the musket. As he gets blocked and he gets hit in the back and he gets diddled. But he forced the team kill onto Espite. And now you can see the Russians looking to mop up the remaining French. Here from the 106th RS, here is Colonel African. Looking to fight. Look at that fine stab from African. Lovely stuff indeed. Oh, but sadly, not in time to stop that lunge into his chest. And of course the standard. Oh, look at that. Ivan grabbing the tricolor and choosing it. Defending himself with that flagstick. Look at that. Oh, he's about to get... Yep, he got diddled. 7 versus 21. The Russians massively have an advantage. And here is Soldat Lovecats. Reminds me of a song by The Cure. And here is Michaud. Yoda. There's Lee. There's Lewis. There's Colonel Skitty. And Meister. And Pugnator 7. So. Oh, hello. It's Solix. And other members of the French resistance, I suppose you could say. Fighting against the NR-13. Fine stab by Shooter. Oh my goodness, look at that. Fine stabbing work coming in from that man there. Nashowski. Lieutenant or Lieutenant of the 22nd. And you can see here. Fighting, trying to get that all-important first stab in. And his first stab gets blocked. And he gets stabbed in the posterior. His gluteus is no longer Maximus. But never mind. And here is Major Wall. Sergeant Major Wall, I should say. Fine NCO skills coming in from this man. As he defends himself from 4 Russians. And a lot more Russians coming down. But sadly for him, Lovecats finishes the job. And that, ladies and gentlemen, has been it for the 19th Regiments of Foot line battle. I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you for coming. And we'll see you next time. Cheers, boys.